Hey there, it's Chris Kramer coming to you today, again from Miami Beach, right here on 9th and Euclid. And I'm here with a former buyer of mine and a growing friend and neighbor, Ray. And I wanted to, he's been a great sport because he's actually allowing me to interview him today about him being down here. So I'm going to just ask him a few questions. This is Ray.
Hi guys.
Ray, I want to know, you were up in New York, you're a former New Yorker. Why did you decide on South Beach?
I looked all over Florida at various real estate deals and economies and decided the South Beach showed the most promise for being closest to the bottom and not having the bottom go to zero no matter what happens. That there seemed to be a floor and we seemed to be near it.
Yeah.
Other markets I looked at where I considered buying, it really looked like they could go from what were great deals down to zero value. So it seemed like the best. And it seemed like a nice place for me to live. And I figured after I bought the place, I'd live in it for a while.
Yeah.
And then rent it.
Exactly. Now, one thing that happened with this unit, I had actually come here one day to film this unit because it was a bank-owned foreclosure. And when Ray and I actually made the offer on this, we had like 3 other bidders at the time. So we weren't quite sure if we were going to get it. Right? You remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Okay. And so are you happy you ended up buying here? I mean, because I know you've been going through some things, you know, with the condo association, and there's people in the building not paying their maintenance fees and stuff like that.
Again, I still think I got a good deal. I think I got into the building and to the market pretty close to the bottom. We do have some people who are in foreclosure, and so they're not contributing to the monthly association fees right now. But as soon as we can get them foreclosed, then the banks have to start paying the fees. And at that point, we should be okay. And at that point, things should just move up on a fairly steady climb. So we should be able to return the building to a standard that will make it a decent place to live.
Yeah, awesome. And let me ask you, what else was I going to ask you? Oh, you're already on the board, right?
Yeah, I got on the board.
That was quick. How long did it take you to get on the board?
Well, it took me a couple days to meet the right people, and then it took a couple of weeks for them to convince the management company that we needed a meeting. And finally, once everybody got on the same page, we had a meeting and they invited me onto the board.
Yeah.
The management company was not very cooperative and they were not very helpful. They gave a lot of misinformation about what was required to get on the board and whether the other members actually wanted someone on the board. And the management company actually tried to dissuade me from getting on the board, all of which meant nothing because the other board members were eager to have me.
Of course.
So I got on.
An ambitious person to go on the board. Who wouldn't want him?
The management company, that's it.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So would one of your goals as a new board member be to get a new management company? Is that one of the goals?
Oh, it's not that I have a vendetta, but I'd certainly like to get a management company that's responsive and responsible. And if these guys aren't going to step up to the plate, then yeah, we got to find somebody else.
Yeah.
There's certainly enough people in the management business right now who are looking for business.
Yeah, sure.
So that we should be able to find somebody who's more responsive, because these guys aren't.
Sure, I got it. So let me ask you, because having been a buyer and everything, and Ray has gone through the experience of purchasing a bank-owned foreclosure and going through the ups and downs in a transaction, which always aren't fun, and finding out new things going on with the building that always are a surprise. I mean, do you think you would buy something else again down here in South Beach, similar to what you bought here?
Yeah, I still think the market is good, and I still think I bought the thing at a good price, and I still think that I'm going to make out okay. I'm not as happy about the frustrations that I bought along with the place, but maybe I should have been a little bit more knowledgeable about it. Maybe I should have accepted that I was just going to have these frustrations.
Yeah.
So they're kind of an unpleasant surprise, but it's okay. It's part of doing business, and so far it seems to be working. But the process, you did a great job of leading me through the process, working with me, supporting me, and working against the bank with me. And I really, think that's an important part of choosing a realtor and getting the deal to go to fruition.
Definitely.
Because we were in competition and we won.
Yeah.
And then we still got back to a good price after we won.
Yeah.
So,
can we say what the price was?
Sure.
Our contract with the bank was for $86,500. And then after doing inspections, we were able to get the price knocked down to $80,000. So Ray was able to buy a 1-bedroom, over 700 square feet with parking for $80,000 here in South Beach, which previously it had sold for $294,000. pretty crazy, right?
Pretty good deal. And
Yeah.
when I opened the door, I had no idea what to expect in terms of how things would work because our inspections were done without electricity.
Yeah.
And I got the electricity turned on right after I bought the place. Both air conditioners worked, which meant that I could be in the apartment regardless of the weather and survive. So
and it's cool enough to live in there because it's really hot out here right now.
It's 96 with a heat index over 100.
Yeah.
It's a record-breaking day in terms of temperature. Not
Exactly.
I was really thrilled about breaking.
Exactly.
Yeah, I like South Beach so far. It's an adjustment. I came down from New York City. There's a lot less to do.
Yeah.
A lot less. But, it's an adjustment.
Yeah.
We'll see how things work out.
All right. Well, Ray, hey, thank you so much for talking to us today. We really appreciate it. And enjoy your new home here on South Beach.
Sure. Hey, if anybody wants to buy a condo, I haven't done the renovations yet. You could jump in and buy it out from under me.
How much would you be asking, Ray?
Well, I'm in it for 80 plus costs, so 85, 90, somewhere around there.
All right.
You could buy it out from under me before I do the renovations for probably between 85 and 90.
All right. All right.
But if you're involved...
Offers? Right here. He's looking for offers. Okay, Ray, thanks so much. We'll talk to you soon.
Thanks.
Have a good one.
Thanks.